On the pirate island in the New World, Vice Admiral Monkey D. Garp would go missing in action. His whereabouts are currently unknown. He was defeated by his former apprentice and Navy Admiral Kuzan. The outcome of this battle, however, is a result of a tale that began much before the incident on Hachinosu. The trigger for this great ordeal would actually begin on Amazon Lily, where the hero Captain Koby would offer himself to the Blackbeard pirates in exchange for the lives of 800 Navy men. Unbeknownst to Koby though, this decision would snowball into an event of epic proportions. While Koby is detained on the pirate island, we get some really good insight into Teach's motivation of making Hachinosu a government recognized kingdom, hence his using Koby as a sort of bargaining chip. This is per the norm with Blackbeard. If there is a dastardly way to get something done, you'd better believe Teach is gonna do that. His plan though falls apart almost instantly as Koby being a member of SWORD prevents this. SWORD is basically an organization within the Marines who are free to do as they choose, and the Navy has no say nor responsibility on their duties. Teach, being the bastard he is, keeps Koby imprisoned, assuming his kidnapping of the Navy hero could still be of some value to the Marines. It is only thanks to Perona that Koby was able to be freed. In his wake, the young man provided aid to countless slaves on the island, putting his own life in danger to let the innocents flee. Now running for survival, it dawns upon the novice captain that help has arrived. The various members of SWORD make their presence known, setting the stage for one man to swoop in. Of course, if there was anybody eager to spring into battle and save the life of a young Navy man, it's Monkey D. Garp. But his recklessness aside, there is a very good reason Garp sought immediate action besides Koby being his student, and we will get into that a little later. The thing here with Garp is, we know how strong the man is just from word of mouth alone. We've never actually seen Garp exude his power, but you don't become known as a rival to Goldie Roger without being an absolute monster in your own right. That said, this did give me serious death flags. For all his accomplishments, Garp is still a 78-year-old man, and the trials of time wait for nobody, right? Wrong. Garp makes an entrance that only Garp could. The guy comes in riding his ship at the forefront doing his signature Garp laugh. It's almost as if Garp thought back to Luffy's crazy interest at Marineford and thought to himself, you know what kid? I'm gonna top that, and top that he did. I don't know about you guys, but Garp is probably the strongest senior citizen I've ever seen. There aren't many 80-year-olds who can pull off what Garp did here and at such a high level at that. In terms of sheer area of effect and destruction, Garp's Galaxy Fist is up there with the best of them. Being able to lay waste the way he did with Conqueror's Haki from this height is marvelous to say the least. Monkey D. Garp is proof that being a top tier has no age restraints, but he was still walking into Hachinosu, a literal beehive of pirates. An attempt to save Captain Koby by storming into a Yonko's territory could be disastrous even for Garp, but he is well aware of this. It is a lesson Garp drilled into the heads of his students, and that is to always preserve the future. At 80 years old, Garp has seen much in his time. Some of the most infamous pirates the world has ever seen rose to prominence throughout his lengthy lifetime. He was a participant in some of history's greatest battles, but it's no secret he has much more life behind him than in front. Garp's eagerness to save Koby stems not from bias, but because Koby is the future of the Marines and it is the duty of a sailor to protect the youth. The mission to save Captain Koby means Garp would have to do battle with yet another apprentice of his, Kuzan of the Blackbeard Pirates. Can I just say that Oda does an incredible job of displaying why Garp has the reputation he does. Being able to break through Kuzan's ice, speed blitz him, and then follow through with an attack of his own. Monkey D. Garp is no slouch despite his old age, and seeing him display his seemingly endless might was a real treat. This level of strength though is not given. It's not something you inherit, you only acquire power by earning it. That's what it means to be a hero. It took fighting through hordes of pirates like a Muso game, but the rescue of Captain Koby and freeing the slaves on Hachinosu was all a rousing success. But what stood in their way was a man who has ice flowing through his veins. It became apparent to Garp that withdrawing the battle wouldn't be easy. His only option was to clear a path for the others, even if that meant going through Kuzan. Unfortunately for Garp, a ruse planted by Shiryu would quickly change the tide of the situation. This left Garp wounded and vulnerable, ripe for the picking. As Garp prepared for an attack from his pupil, we are treated to a brief montage. And in this montage, Oda flexes his ability to make even the shortest of flashbacks worthwhile. One page is all it took to add context to this Garp-Kuzan relationship, and I have to say, I've really come to appreciate this dynamic more. We haven't seen many Garp and Kuzan interactions on screen, yet Oda was able to seamlessly communicate the weight of this bond in minimal detail. This montage also goes to illustrate that Kuzan too is a physical monster like his old mentor. Clearly, years and years of punching battleship bags with Garp's crazy ass paid its dividends. The flashback quickly fades to present time, and the imagery we're served on the next page is nothing short of stunning. Garp stands his ground against an enemy he raised, and these two fearsome characters come to a crushing stalemate. With the Vice Admiral temporarily sidelined, the members of SWORD are swiftly swarmed by pirates. Avalo Pizarro, eater of the Isle Olive Fruit, seeing this as an opportunity to make himself famous. Using his incredibly powerful fruit powers, he aimed to crush the Marines' only means to escape in every single life on the ship as well. As scary as the situation appeared to be, the currently injured Garp has but one sentiment: justice will prevail. What exactly is justice? If you remember, this is something Doflamingo touched on all the way back in Marineford. Whoever wins in war is justice. Justice is only determined by the victors. So we must ponder, what is the justice of Monkey D. Garp? As the massive palm of Avalo Pizarro inched ever closer, the only way out of this disaster was to do one thing: entrust the mission to the youth. This theme of passing the torch to the younger generations is a theme quite prevalent in One Piece. This is what birthed the Great Pirate Era. This is what set Luffy on his journey, and this is what ushered in a new dawn with the defeats of Kaido and Big Mom. So it's really dope to get to see the Marine side of this ideology. Captain Koby was assigned the colossal task of destroying the enormous limb, while Prince Gruz and Helmeppo handled any debris and adversaries. Somehow, someway, these three young men had to make this work. Even in the face of peril, Monkey D. Garp stands again, hardly able to keep his balance with blood pouring from his wounds, and yet he's able to make do on his word of providing the necessary opening for Koby to strike by running through a Navy admiral like a bowling pin and landing a significant blow to the dome of Hachinosu. Heroes are not born, they are created. Someone like Koby, who started off weak and cowardly, had to work much harder to make up for those faults. It is through persistence, discipline, and bravery where heroes rise to save the day. Bearing the safety of his comrades on his shoulders, the young Captain Koby delivers a mountain-level honesty impact that completely demolished the arm of Avalo Pizarro. It is because of one naval hero's decision to let the next generation shine that the mission was completed, except this victory would not have a happy ending. Perhaps better than any other naval officer, Monkey D. Garp understood his sworn duty. That duty is why he pushed his grandsons to be strong Navy men instead of pirates, and that is to ensure the safety of the future of the world. From Garp's perspective, the Marines don't need him anymore. He understood that staying behind could mean his end, but that was okay. Better this outcome than to jeopardize the future. And so, at the hands of his own student, the legendary hero Monkey D. Garp was defeated on Hachinosu, the pirate island in the New World. His whereabouts are currently unknown at this time. Alright, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like, leave a comment, and of course, subscribe. And I'll catch you lovely people later.